Good morning and welcome to South Bay News. I'm your correspondent, Tiffany Watt.
And I'm Gregory White. Reports have come in of seismic activity all along the western coast of California. Our analysts have noted that a series of earthquakes have been reported throughout the Bay Area with effects in many parts of residential areas. Damage reports are coming in as we receive data from our analysts.
That's right, you heard it here first. Reports have come in that a series of disastrous earthquakes have struck the mid-California area.
Good, let's bump this levels up on channel 2.
Magnitude yet, sources are claiming that they ranged from mid to high.
The epicenter of the quakes appears to be surrounding the San Andreas fault line, a region spanning from northern California through to Palm Springs and into Mexico. Residents across the Bay Area felt tremors with reports of shaking extending as far as Sacramento.
Let's get ready to transition to the seismic reports.
In the immediate
Load that
aftermath,
next script in.
emergency services have
Andrew,
been dispatched
on your
to
cue,
aid those
switch to
who lay
Y.
along the fault line. We urge
Prepare for a
residents
commercial
to
break.
remain vigilant and follow
Switch
safety
Y as she
protocols
finishes.
issued by local authorities.
Stay tuned as we continue to provide updates and coverage on the aftermath of the earthquake.
4,
We'll be right
3,
back after
2,
this.
1, cut. All right, all clear everyone, let's take a minute 30.
Thomas, hey, can you give me a coffee, please? Just cream a couple sugars.
Yeah, on it.
Thanks. No, man, I'm not gonna air that. It's not right.
What are you doing? You can't just walk out in the middle of a broadcast.
Yeah? Watch me. Look, if you air that, that's a slap in the face to everyone who works here and each one of your little fans.
You get back here. You will never work in this industry again, you hear me? You, up here, sit at this board. You ever used one of these before?
I did in college, but that was kind of...
Good enough.
Okay.
Press these buttons as I tell you, be quick with it, and do as you're told. And don't ask questions. I never liked that guy. And we're back. Fade up camera 2.
As it appears, many buildings seem to have fallen, including an elementary school in the town
let's
of
bring up levels
Fairview.
on channel 2.
Our thoughts
Ready,
and
switch
prayers
camera
go
3.
out to those students and their families.
And now.
Analysts are reporting that most of the widespread damage was reported in the San Francisco metropolitan area and areas to the west.
Good. Now prepare
While we are
graphic
still
8G.
awaiting official stats, here are what our analysts have given
Graphic
us.
8G
The
in.
following areas have been affected, including central San Francisco, Oakland, and parts of Fremont. Reports have also come in that despite its
Now
distance,
graphic out.
parts of
And let's prepare to
Sacramento have
segue to
also
the
been
next phase.
decimated.
Michael,
Damage
prepare
reports are
script
coming
E.
in as we receive
and,
data
we'll head
from
to
our
weather.
analysts.
And
Critics are
Thomas,
far from sure,
once we're
but
done,
some
I'd
have
like to see
said
you
that
in my
this
office.
earthquake
Yeah,
is measured to be 4.1 on the Richter scale.
We'll go live with our meteorologist, Craig Wilson, who will display this week's forecast. That's all for us here now. We urge you to stay safe.
Thomas, please come in. Have a seat. Do you know why I called you in here, Thomas?
I'd imagine it would have something to do with what happened during the broadcast today.
What Andrew did today was unforgivable. On top of being vastly unprofessional, he showed that he was unreliable and he let the company down.
Yeah, I could see how that would be unprofessional, sir.
Well, good. I'm glad you see as I do. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. One link falls, we all fall. Being associated with federal funding means that we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard. Even I have my higher-ups who I answer to. I have my employees do their jobs so I can do my job, so my bosses, they can do their jobs. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What you did today showed strength. Not just anybody can do what you did, and better yet, you showed precision and accuracy.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot coming from you.
Now, we at South Bay pride ourselves in being responsive to the call of action and thinking on our feet. And when situations like this arise, I need to know that I have people that I can fall back on and trust to get the job done.
Of course, sir. And as an intern, I'm here to gain as much experience as I can, right? But Mr. Bates, there's one thing I don't understand. Why would Andrew leave like that? Surely there had to be something to make him just get up and leave.
Some people just don't like doing as they're told. Being a technical director requires you to do everything in your power to ensure that a broadcast runs smoothly. He did not do that.
I see.
And with that, he's no longer with us. I'm glad you understand, though. And seeing as you've been here for some time and you've shown that you're capable, I would like to offer you Andrew's position. I think you've shown enough strength to handle the pressures that come with this.
I'm speechless, sir. I don't know what to say. Thank you. This means everything to me.
We put our trust in you, Thomas. Reflect that.
Thank you, sir. You made the right choice. I'll tell you that.
And Thomas, don't let me down.
Tiffany, I don't know. And so I say to him, hell yeah, I want it. I'll be your man.
Really? You said it just like that?
Just like that. He even shook my hand.
You know he never does that, right? He must have been really impressed.
I think he was. Sure does feel great, though.
I'm sure it does, Thomas. You know, I really am proud of you. I feel like this is the universe's way of trying to tell you something.
Thanks, Tiff. I think you're right. Who would have thought that us two, all those years ago, would be working at the same company?
Being able to come home and talk about our days and actually be on the same page about who we're talking about.
I know, right? I was just gonna bring that up. Like, Michael? He sucks.
Yeah.
I saw him over there and he was struggling to keep up.
Yeah, just the pacing he sets the teleprompter to makes us all look bad.
Bates sure doesn't like him. You know, Tiff, you have courage. Standing up there day after day. You're the image of South Bay. You couldn't catch me up there.
As long as you're in like Greg, that guy's insufferable.
And it looks like he smells. Don't forget.
He's just a kiss ass. I'll never understand his appeal.
Well, do you have a type? Model employee. I wonder why Andrew walked out today.
Did he say anything when he left?
Not really. I mean, I was in the other room when it happened, but damn, I respected the guy. I can't imagine what could have just made him just leave. Didn't even say thank you when I brought him his coffee either.
Well, maybe they asked him to work Christmas or something. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Anyways, what's for dinner? Looks like I'm buying.
Further news coverage coming from our analysts as we continue to receive information regarding Monday's earthquake. Devastation has been witnessed all across mid to northern California as efforts for aid continue to benefit the area.
Keep that camera
From what
on
we
her.
know as of now,
Ready
a
graphics
severe
6, right
earthquake
side,
with
over
a
the shoulder.
magnitude of around a 4 struck the Bay Area, resulting in mass destruction,
Graphic
mostly in
out.
the western part of
Ready
the
switch
city.
3 in now.
The heaviest hit areas still remain areas in San Francisco County, Alameda
Fill
County,
3 on your
and
signal.
parts of San Jose County.
All right,
Local
ready
authorities
switch
are
2.
still
Let's go
expressing
wide for their
efforts of
segue
aid.
and punch it.
We'll have more of the story after this. I'm your host, Tiffany Watts.
And I'm Gregory
transition.
White with South Bay News.
Okay, people, let's take a minute 30 for commercial.
Hey, Mike, could you do me a favor real quick?
school, was it? Well, do they think or do they know? We can't show that. Yes, they're funding us. Increases vary. 4.1? No, try 7.1. Like it fell on its own. AG. Run it. Alright. Get ready to fade up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to South Bay News. I'm Tiffany Watts.
And I'm Greg White. A breaking update to the story. Reports have
Ready,
come
switch
in of a freak
one,
accident
graphic
that
7.
occurred
Keep it over
in
him.
spite of the earthquake. Sources have cited that an elementary school in Fairview, a mostly residential area that lies just outside
graphic
of
7
Sacramento,
out. Ready, graphic 8.
California, has been crushed.
Graphic 8
Coming in now,
in.
reports that numerous children have been lost in the collapse, as experts now label the earthquake as a magnitude 7.1 on the Richter scale.
Our experts are saying that the sheer force of the earthquake managed to impact areas as far as Sacramento where the school stood. Earlier estimates on the magnitude proved incorrect and turned out to be much
Switch
worse than
wide
presumed.
and prepare the next segment.
This goes down as one of the worst earthquakes we've
Switch
seen
wide
in a
camera
while.
2
They
in
said the school
3,
stood no chance.
2,
Our
1.
thoughts and prayers go out
Go.
to those lost.
As we monitor the situation closely, officials... What's the matter?
Everything we broadcasted today was false. I can't believe it.
What do you mean?
Look at this. Sources have noted that there are many questions to be asked surrounding the Fairview collapse. Reports from before labeled the school as unfit and structurally unsound. Reports have also come through that the previously stated 7.1 level was vastly inflated. Experts are gauging it closer to 4.1 after extensive claims by private seismic agencies.
How can you be sure that's true?
Charts, videos, obituaries. It's all here, Tiff. Here, sit. I gotta stand up. I can't believe it. Don't get me wrong. A natural disaster is a natural disaster. But the government inflating statistics to cover their own asses at the expense of children?
Death toll continues to rise as data is collected and debris is removed. Estimated to be upwards of 600 teachers, staff, and students, majority of which are under the age of 10. Shit.
Shit's right.
What do we do?
I don't know. But earlier today, I heard Bates talking to the graphics guy, and I couldn't help but notice his comms were on.
Yeah, well, what do you hear?
I heard him telling him to stretch the numbers. Show this, don't show that. I don't know, it was pretty muffled, but I know Bates is tampering with the narrative.
Well, did you tell anyone?
No. You know how badly I've wanted this? It's not my fault we're instructed to air what we're told to air. You and me both.
Well, if I were to do anything, the whole world would see, and I would look like a fool on live TV. You know the oath we're given. You're our last line of defense.
Last line of defense, what does that mean?
Well, theoretically, you have the power to show whatever they want you to. And whatever they don't. It's all up to you.
I want out.
What do you mean you want out?
I want out. I'm done. I set out to deliver the truth, and this is the polar opposite of that. If they're gonna fake information at the expense of fucking children, then I don't want anything to do with it.
No news is unbiased nowadays. Everything's run by money.
Then I'll make my own. You know, this could be our big break. Our chance to do what we want. How we want to do it. We'll call it New Wave Broadcasting. A fair and even playing field where everyone's voice is heard.
As disaster struck early Monday morning, Local government in the Sacramento
Wait for
area
my
have
mark.
been quick to make the
After
area a
5.
full-on exclusion zone,
In.
with police and National Guard sealing off the district where the school fell.
As we monitor the situation closely, officials have been hesitant to release data regarding accurate damage reports.
It comes with
Keep
responsibility
on,
to
Greg.
remind you
Good.
that this is
We want that
entirely
to resonate.
normal procedure
Hey,
in
Mike,
natural disaster.
Prepare the next script segment on his mark.
Our analysts have stated in due concern that there was no foul play involved in the collapse of the school, that it was, and I quote, solely an act of nature, that the magnitude of the earthquake was too much for the school and surrounding area to stand. As we view the next segment of statistics provided to us by our
All right,
analysts,
push to camera
may we
1,
keep
cover to
those
Greg.
who have been affected
We're going to roll
in our
to graphic
minds and close to our
8A.
heart.
Charts and statistics,
While
people.
we wait
Get
for
ready.
officials to release more information, we can move on to the next topic, as Governor Harris has just
Now.
released a statement.
In the wake of the most recent earthquake, our hearts go out to the victims and their families. Rest assured, our government is fully committed to providing aid and support to those affected. Emergency response teams are working tirelessly on the ground. We prioritize transparency and accountability in our efforts, providing timely updates to the public. Together we will overcome these challenging times and emerge stronger as a nation.
You have no idea what you've just done, kid.
I quit, by the way. Oh, next time you want to falsify statistics, make sure your comms are off. Good luck.
You bastard! Walk away! You're done here! You will never work in this industry again!
Whoa, I think we had a technical difficulty there.
And just like that, I walked out.
Really? Just like that?
Yeah, he even kicked a chair.
You realize you just ruined the station, right?
Part of me feels bad, but you reap what you sow, right?
So what now?
This is our ticket. Our chance to make it big.
Where do we start?
First, we need a story. And boy, do I have one. You're a writer, Tiff. It's about time you got to be one. I gotta go make some phone calls, so I'll be in my executive office.